If you've ever told your friends and family that you've finally cracked the code and then mysteriously blown your account a week later, this video might just change everything. Stick around, because the secret to saving your trading career might be as simple as keeping your mouth shut. Welcome to Stick Trader Mind, your home for trading psychology that actually makes sense and doesn't bore you to sleep. In the silent glow of a computer screen, a trader leans back, eyes locked on a flickering candlestick. It's late. Too late. But they're not thinking about charts right now. They're thinking about a conversation they had just last week. They told their family they'd figured it out. They told their friends that financial freedom was within reach. The words felt good, powerful, almost intoxicating. But those words were the start of a clock. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but it's there. Tick, tick, tick. Because the moment you announce your victory, before the battle is even won, you have set a hidden timer on yourself. And it's not a timer that pushes you toward discipline. No. This timer doesn't measure days or weeks. It measures pressure. Every tick is a reminder that they're waiting for you to prove it, waiting to see the profits, waiting for the evidence that you weren't just talking big. And even if they never say a word, you feel it. It's in the way they look at you when the topic of money comes up. It's in the way you hear their voices in your head while you trade. That pressure, it's invisible, but it's crushing. At first, you convince yourself it's motivation. You think, this will push me to work harder. But trading is not a sprint. It's not a burst of energy. It's not about showing quick wins. Pressure in trading doesn't sharpen your focus. It distorts it. It pushes you to overleverage, to overtrade, to abandon your plan just to make the numbers look good. Fast. That's not discipline. That's desperation. And desperation is the fastest way to destroy an account. In the quiet hours of the night, that hidden timer becomes deafening. Your hands hover over the buy button, not because the setup is perfect, but because the clock in your mind is running out. You start chasing trades you never would have taken, risking more than you ever planned, all because of a sentence you spoke over coffee. One careless conversation, and now your trading decisions are being dictated not by your strategy, but by the ghost of your own words. This is why the first rule for protecting your psychology is silence. When you keep your progress to yourself, there is no timer, there is no pressure. There is only the market and your ability to adapt to it. In trading, the market is already your opponent. You don't need the weight of an entire audience watching your every move. The takeaway is simple. Don't set yourself up with a deadline you can't control. Don't light a fuse on your own mental stability. Stay quiet until your results can speak for you. Because the market only rewards those who earn. Silently, methodically, and without an audience counting down the seconds. There's a strange truth about pressure. You don't have to see it to feel it. Sometimes the heaviest expectations are the ones that live in silence. You've said nothing new. They've said nothing at all. And yet somehow, you know. You know they're wondering. You know they're watching. You know they're waiting for the day you walk in and say, "It worked. I've made it." It's not spoken out loud, but it's there, like static in the air. In the early stages of trading, your psychology is fragile, more fragile than you think. Your confidence is like glass. It looks solid, but the smallest crack can spread in an instant. When you feel the silent weight of someone's expectations, that crack begins to form. Your thoughts start to shift. Your decisions start to bend. You're no longer fully trading for yourself. You're trading for them. And that's the most dangerous shift a trader can ever experience. The market does not care who is rooting for you. It does not care about your reputation, your promises, or the people you've convinced to believe in you. Think about it. Every trade that loses now carries more weight than it should. It's not just a -1% on your account. It's a dent in the image they have of you. Every red candle feels like a spotlight on your failures. This is where traders start taking trades they know they shouldn't. They start adding size just to recover faster. They start chasing setups that don't exist because what will they think if I'm not winning? That's not trading smart. That's avoiding embarrassment. That silent pressure will break you faster than any market. Because when your internal stability depends on the approval of others, you're no longer in control. They are. Their invisible expectations are driving your hands on the mouse. Their unspoken doubts are echoing in your head during every decision. And the worst part? They don't even know they're doing it. The strongest traders are the ones who remove all external pressure before it has a chance to seep into their psychology. Not because they're antisocial, not because they're hiding, but because they understand this. Trading is not a team sport. It's a solitary pursuit. Every extra ounce of expectation you carry into the market is weight that slows your growth and makes every stumble feel heavier than it should. Guard mental game from the invisible hands of other people's hopes. Because the more you trade for yourself, and only yourself, the stronger your foundation becomes. In the end, it's not the market that cracks most traders. It's the pressure they carry in with them. And the smartest traders, they walk into the arena empty-handed. There's a certain rush in telling the world what you're about to achieve. It feels like confidence. It feels like commitment. It feels like power. But in trading, that rush can become a trap. When you overshare your ambitions, you create something dangerous, a false sense of urgency. It's like stepping onto a racetrack before you've even built the engine. Suddenly, you're no longer moving at the pace your skill set allows. You're sprinting, stumbling, forcing yourself to arrive just so you can match the story you've told. And in this game, forcing results is the fastest way to lose them. When you trade to impress others, your compass is broken. Your decisions are no longer guided by your plan, your strategy, or your risk tolerance. They're guided by a single toxic thought: I need to look like I'm winning. You can look like you're winning right up until the moment your account hits zero. That's why the strongest traders, the ones who actually survive the long haul, are often the quietest. They're not announcing every target they hit. They're not broadcasting every move they make. They're not feeding their ego with likes, comments, and congratulations. They're feeding something far more important: their focus. Focus thrives in humility. It thrives when you stop performing for the crowd and start performing for the craft. When you stay humble, you stay free. Free from the noise, free from the weight of expectations, and free from the need to constantly prove yourself. Freedom in trading isn't just about money. It's about mental space. It's about walking into every trade with a clear mind, not carrying the baggage of someone else's opinion. And here's the paradox. When you no longer trade to impress, to show off, when you stop chasing applause, that's when you actually become impressive, because the results speak for themselves. And results, unlike promises, can't be faked. So keep your journey private until it's written in undeniable proof. Let your equity curve be the only announcement you ever need. Let your growth be the quiet revolution that no one saw coming until it was too late to ignore. Stay quiet. stay humble, stay free. Because in the end, the loudest thing you'll ever say as a trader is nothing at all. There's a truth that every trader must face. It doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't care about your promises. It doesn't care about the people you swore you'd take to freedom. The market rewards one thing and one thing only: execution under discipline. You can talk about success. You can visualize success. You can post about success. But unless your actions match the precision the market demands, all the words in the world mean nothing. In trading, proof is the only language that matters, and proof is built in silence, trade by trade.